Okay, topic of this video is how to improve your riding skill level quickly. Okay, the answer is do track, which I've covered before. They say that one day on a racetrack, like one track day practicing, not going and doing a race, but like just going on a track day and practicing, going around a racetrack, is equal to, you will improve as much as you would in a month on the road. And what they mean by that is not like a month of going out riding on the weekends. They mean like one day on a racetrack, you'll improve as much as 30 days riding on the road. 30 days like non-stop riding on the street, one day on the track, you'll improve just as much. And actually I disagree with that. I think you'll improve more, because I've met people who've ridden on the street for 10 years, 20 years, and they still suck, because what happens is they reach a certain skill level where they ride well enough not to crash, and then they never push it, they never go faster, and they just always do that kind of speed well enough not to crash, and they can ride 10-20 years like that. But they're still not necessarily a skilled rider. They're just average or okay, so. And of course, not everybody has access to a racetrack, and not everyone has the money for a racetrack, because they're in America and Canada. It's crazy expensive for a racetrack, and a lot of racetracks are very strict in what they'll allow on them. And what that means is, even if you've got the money, and even if you have a racetrack close to you, you might have to like take off your, you have to take off your mirrors, you have to tape up your this, you got to empty your radiator of antifreeze and replace it with plain water. You got to do, and there's probably like other things too. I don't know them all, but like you have to make modifications to your motorcycle, and then once you've done all these modifications, maybe like you can't, if you do the modifications at home, then you got to like load your bike onto a trailer to take it to the track, or if you're not very mechanical and you get it to the track, then you got to do all this shit yourself. So there's a lot of reasons why people don't go to the racetrack to practice. And it's interesting because I had a racetrack near my house, and I would go there and I would practice, and I was lucky because the racetrack didn't give a shit about, well, pretty much anything, like you could take anything on their track in any condition. They didn't even care like what kind of gear you wore, and it was super cheap. It was, what was it? It was something like, it was like $6 US for 20 minutes, and that's it. Like in America, it'll cost you, like, to go on a racetrack, first you got to do a course, like a little safety course before you get on the track, and that safety course will cost you like $150, and then to spend a day at the track probably costs you another $200. So you're looking at $350 compared to Taiwan, where I was paying $6. Like it's just, and these are estimates. I'm not sure on the actual pricing, but I know they're educated guesses. I'm not totally shooting in the dark. That's what she said. But I just had a kind of an interesting discovery recently, because I've been riding for 20 years, and I've always been quicker than average. Okay, since like my first week of riding, I've been quicker than most people, but still slower than a lot. Like you got guys who do track days regularly, they're all quicker than me, because guys who do racetrack are just skilled. So I was doing track days, and the track days were making me improve a lot, and I was like I was getting more confident with leaning my bike further and further and at higher and higher speeds, and then I started getting my knee down at the racetrack, but it was only like on one corner for a while, and then it was like 2, then it was 3, and then I was getting more and more confident, and for a while I could only get my right knee down, and then I was getting both knees down, and then so I was just like, I was slowly improving. But on the street, I was still not confident, like going full out and getting steep lean angles and getting them, like I could get my knee down on the track, but never on the street. And then the racetrack closed, so I was like, so I'm like, well, there goes my improving, like there goes my working on my skill level. But a funny thing happened. I found a road, a fairly safe fairly curvy road, kind of like this road for curviness, but 2 lanes wide with it, you know, it's a road I do in a lot of my videos. So anyways, I found that road, and I just started doing that road and just that road, like every week. Look at this dog. Oh, you're happy dog. So every week I would just go and do that road, and I would do it quick, and and then here's the thing, I started to improve a lot. Like, I don't know if it was more than I was improving at the racetrack, but it was definitely comparable, because I was just doing that road again and again, up the road, down the road, up the road, down the road, up the road, and it was very comparable to a racetrack in the sense that it's repetition, and that's the answer. That's the answer to this whole fucking topic of the question of how to increase your skill quickly. The answer is quite simply repetition. So if you're new to riding and you want to get better, find a curvy road and do it for fucking 3-4 hours straight. Just find a curvy road and keep doing the exact same road again and again and again and again and again. That's the only way. That's the only way, man. Because that's what a racetrack is all about. A racetrack is about doing the same corners and bends again and again and again and again. Because if you know, like on a road like this, if you're just driving in the country and you're on a road like this, every single corner coming up, you don't know how much of a corner it is. You don't know if there's a car parked on that corner. You don't know if there's a driveway coming out onto the road on that corner. You don't know if there's a big ass pothole, or you don't know anything. So every single corner you have to take it cautiously, and so you don't have the room to test your limits. You don't have the ability to like go hard. You know, if you're insane, you could just gun it and see what happens, but it still doesn't work, because I've done it. You know, I've done it. I've been on roads where I don't know, and I'm just like, okay, let's go fast. But your fastest on a road that you don't know is nothing compared to your fastest on a road that you have memorized, okay? And you know, I'm not telling you to go find some road that's twisty and then fucking do triple the speed limit. Just do double. Doubles and... No, I'm kidding. Just... All you have to do is just do what I'm doing. I'm going super slow right now. But then when you get to a bend or a corner, just take that bend fast. Just take that corner fast. And then because that's where everybody needs to improve. Any fucking idiot can go fast in a straight line. Just when you get to the bends like this, then you know, hang off the bike, get down there. And then once you get back out into the straight, just slow right back down again. You know? And if you keep doing the same road, you're going to memorize every corner, and you're going to know the lean angle, you're going to know the bends, and you're going to take each and every one of those corners a bit steeper, a bit more confidence than you did the last time. And after 4 hours, you're going to be scraping the side of your shoe against the pavement on the corners, and that's going to scare you. But you'll get used to it, and then you'll hopefully, if you've got proper if you got sliders on your knees, you'll start sticking those out, and boom, next thing you know, you're taking the corners at full lean, knee down. You know, some people say don't ever do that on a public street, but you know, if you've already done the corner 15 times and you know what to predict, and you know, and if you've got some visibility, you know, it's always dangerous doing it. I'm saying you know a lot, aren't I? It's always dangerous doing it. Oh, big branch. Oh, don't. It's always dangerous doing it on a blind corner like this. I can't see. Even if I've done this corner 10 times today, there could be something new around this blind corner. But if it's a left-hand bend and I can see around it, then yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Why not go fucking knee down? You know? If I'm on the right-hand side of the road and then there's like a left-hand turn bend coming and I can see all the way around it, there's no wall blocking the view, right? Or, you know, if these walls are on the left-hand side and there was a right-hand bend where I could see all the way around the corner. The key factor being is if you can see around the bend, then you can safely do whatever speed you want that you can handle, you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah. Whole video summed up in 5 seconds. The trick to improving your riding ability quickly on the street in a similar manner to that you would improve it on the track, this is way longer than 5 seconds, is to go onto a public road that's bendy like this one and just do it repeatedly, because repetition is the key to improvement. I don't know what voice that is. That's the first time I've ever done that voice. Is that my teacher voice? Repetition is the key to improvement. Don't know where that came from. So yeah, that's the answer to the question. Whew. Yeah, and the reason I came up with this is because this road, I've done this road 100 times probably, and I've never once ever gotten my knee down on it because it's really twisty, it's a little dangerous, etc. And then just before I did this video, just before I started this video, I was getting my knee down like repeatedly. I was taking corners like this one, like a U-turn, with my fucking knee down like all full lean, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's something that I'm physically incapable of doing, and yet I'm doing it. And I'm like, when did this happen? You know, like, when did this happen? When did I become so confident in my riding ability that on a fucking dangerous road like this, I could do this? He's just pointing out the view to me. That's funny. You know? And, oh, nice. Here's a view for you guys as I go head on into a truck. Yeah, so, you know, so I really, like, shocked myself with my confidence and my ability on this road that I've done 100 times before, and I've never been able to do it that quick. And all of a sudden today, I'm just doing it kind of, like, effortlessly. And then I'm like, why is that? And the reason is because on a different road, not this one, but a different one, I've done it so, I just kept doing it with a lot of repetition, and my skill level just has been increasing. And then all of a sudden I go on a completely different road than the one that I've been doing a lot, and it carries over. The skill level, the increase in skill level, I kind of just thought I was good at that road, but evidently now I'm good at any road because I've just improved. And it's kind of sad because it, you know, all this, I've always been just a bit quick, but it's only in the last like 3 years that I've become a lot quick. You know, maybe still not fast, but you know, a lot of improvement just in this, just recently. Yeah, well, why don't you just not ride totally in the oncoming lane, you dumb fuck? That kid like had to swerve to avoid that guy's car door, which shouldn't be happening. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, I'm honestly, and I'm not bragging, I'm just honestly impressed. I like honestly shocked myself with my increased ability at riding, and then I had to like take a moment to self-analyze, and it's because of myself doing that other road so many times. Right underneath this bridge, right down here. Yeah, no one's swimming. I think you can swim over there and over here as well. Is it here? No? Maybe just over there. Anyway, so that's the video.